Hey, this is Nestor, the Animator, and today you're gonna master once and for all the anime run cycle, and that's possible in just one video because it's all about this 8 keyframes formula. Right now, if we take a look at the animation, we do have 16 frames, but we're talking about keyframes. That means different drawings. So if we go back, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The duration is 16 because they are not separated by every one frame. They are separated every 2s. So we have keyframe 1, 2, keyframe 1, 2, keyframe, and on and on. Alright, so let's begin. So frame 1, we have standing on the left leg. Alright, so this is the left leg and we're standing on it. Alright, let's undo. It says it's half bent, so it is half bent. And it says that the right leg is behind. So it is behind, we can see it right here. Alright, it is floating, alright, because it's not touching the ground. And it's 60% bent, so it's not half bent, it's 60% bent. So half bent would look like this. So this is 60% bent, alright. On the next keyframe, we have that the left leg moves behind. So the left leg is right here, where this icon is. If we move to the next keyframe, we notice that now it's right here. So it definitely moved behind. Right, let me undo. Perfect. Okay, it also says that it's standing on the tip. So it's standing on the tip, and that's why the heel is floating. Okay. It says it's still half bent, so it is half bent. Alright. And it says that the right leg moves forward. Alright, so on the previous one, it's right here where this icon is, and now it moved forward and it's right here. So before and now. So let me undo. Okay. It says it's 70% bent, alright. So half would be like this. This would be 60. So it's 70% bent. Okay. Finally, it says that the knee is slightly in front of the left leg. So the right knee slightly in front of the left leg. So this is the right knee. This is the left knee. So it is slightly in front. So you can see it right there. Perfect. All right. Next frame says that the left leg reaches maximum stretch behind. So next keyframe, left leg reaches the maximum stretch behind. It's not bent anymore. It says that the tip is barely floating. So here's the tip and here's the floor. So it is barely floating. There is a small space there. Alright, let me undo. And finally, it says that the right leg reaches maximum point forward. So the right leg reaches the maximum point forward and it's fully bent. So here it is, it's fully bent. It cannot bend anymore because the leg is already touching itself. Alright. And finally, frame 4, before the inverted face, it says that the left leg is extended behind, 20% bent. So next keyframe, it's extended behind, here it is, but it's 20% bent. So this will be stretched or flat, and this is 20%, and something like this would be 10%. Alright. It says that the right leg is fully extended forward, and it is, and it says it's floating. So it's not barely floating with that small space like this one. No, it's really floating. In real life, it would be something like maybe 10 inches. Alright. Alright, and finally, we have the inverted face. So the inverted face means that I just copied all of this. I pasted it right here. I changed the numbers. And everything that was left, I made right. And everything that was right, I made left. It's the exact same thing, just inverted. So let's demonstrate that. That means that the frame number 5 should look like number 1, but inverted. So this is keyframe number 5 right here. And if we compare it to keyframe number 1, look how similar they are. They're just an inverted drawing. So that means that frames 6, 7, and 8, they should be a copy or inversion of 2, 3, and 4. Let's take a look at that. So this is 6. It should look like 2. There it is, just inverted. Now this is 7. It should look like 3. Here it is. They're just inverted. And finally this is 8. And it should look like 4. Here it is. They're just inverted. If we play it, it looks like this. Alright, now let's finish with this final tip that says the rest of the body has no real movement, just a purposely accidental 10% variation to look human. Alright, so we take a look at this frame. Take a look at this part of the body, the rest of the body, compared to this. There is no real movement. The head is still in front. It still has this small angle that's pointing to this direction. Same on this keyframe. Everything seems to be on the same position. We're not moving the arm here. We're not doing anything. But it looks different. Why? Because it has a purposely accidental 10% variation to look human. How do you do that? Well, you just draw something, let's say an arm, frame 1, or keyframe 1. Let's turn on onion skin, and let's go to the next keyframe, and we can see it right here. So we don't draw perfectly on top of it, but rather we purposely create an accidental 10% variation. So something like this. Alright, so we're not really moving it, we're not really rotating it, we're just purposely making it a bit different so it looks like this. Human. Alright, finally, please remember that this entire text is in the video description in case you want to copy it and save it, and this file is also in the video description as a free download Gumroad link in case you want to study the file. Thank you so much for watching till the end, thank you for liking and subscribing, and see you on the next video. Bye!